Hi there. I will do in this video some revision for the factoring. I'll start with difference between two squares. Here when we have x squared minus y squared, we named this as difference between two squared. And the rule said this will be factored as factor times factor x y and negative and positive, or minus and plus. This is the rule. Let us get example on this. When we have like 9x squared minus 1. 9x squared, it is like 3x times the 3x. So 3x is considered the square root for 9x squared. So we write here 3x and right here 3x. Then we go to the other term, which is 1. Can be considered like 1 times 1, like a square of 1, which is equal 1. So the square root for 1 is 1. So we write here 1 and here 1, and minus and plus. And that's it. This is the factoring for square or difference between two squared. Let me get another example. X squared minus 1 over 4. We can write it like x squared will be considered like x times x. So I put x here and put x here. Then 1 over 4, like 1 over 2 times 1 over 2. The square root for 1 over 4 is 1 over 2. So we write here 1 over 2 and here 1 over 2. And negative or minus and plus. And it doesn't matter if you write here plus, here you write minus. And if you want to write like as I did, that's fine. Let's just get another example, like 121 minus 36 y squared. We can get the square root for 121. That means 11 times 11. So we write here in the first two brackets 11 and the other two brackets 11 for this. Then 36y squared is like 6y times 6y. So we write here 6y and here 6y minus plus. This is the rule for the difference between two squared. Let me get now the difference between two cubed. when we have like x cubed minus y cubed, the difference between them again x cubed minus y x cubed. We factoring that by making two brackets multiplied by another two brackets, but the other two brackets are little bit farther from each other than the first two brackets. So I will write it here to get more space. Here the first two brackets and the other two brackets little bit further from each other, because I will write here 3 terms, but here 2 terms. Okay, x cubed is like x times x times x. We take one of them here and write it here, which is the cube root. And for y squared, the same thing, y times y times y. We get one of them and write it here. Okay, now how can we write the other brackets, the terms inside the other brackets? X here we got from here, and the remain x squared, so we write here x squared. Same thing, the last term will be, as we got y, wrote it here, the others will be y times y, that means y squared. And in the middle, x times y, here x times y. Now look for the signs. The signs first, as this is negative or minus, we write here minus, the same sign. And the first sign here, after the x squared here, for the middle I mean, it will be not this one, it will be plus. So it's different from here. Here minus, here will be plus. And the other also always plus, always this plus. But this one, it depends on what we write here. Okay, this the difference between two cubed quantities. Now if there's addition of two cubed, not difference, we have here plus. So it's the same thing, but we write here plus. So always in the first two brackets, we write the sign is the same like the sign here. And this one is inverse of this. If here is plus, here minus. If here minus, here plus. And the other always plus. Always plus. Okay, this is the sum of two cubed. Let us give examples on this. Example, take 8x squared, 8x cubed, I mean, minus 125. We see this is like 2 times 2 times 2, x times x times x. That means 2x times 2x times 2x. So we get one of them and write it in the first bracket. And also 125, 125 is 5 times 5 times 5. We got one of them and write it also in the first bracket. So we will write here, 8x cubed minus 125 can be factored to 2x minus 5. Here's 2x and here's 5. This is the first two brackets. And the other two brackets, here, when we got 2x, remain here 4x squared. We write 4x squared. And we got here 5 and remain 25. Here we write 25. Okay? And the sign for the middle one, it's opposite to this one. This minus, like here. So this plus. 2x times 5 give me 10x. And this is plus, always. Okay? Again, I will write it in more space. It's 4x squared here is equal 2x minus 5, 4x squared plus 10x plus 25. Okay? This for difference. So what for adding? For adding, let us get like x cubed plus 64 y cubed. We can write here x cubed is x times x times x. So we will get one of them and write it in the first two brackets here. And the other two brackets, they remain here, x times x, that means x squared. Then 64 is 4 times 4 times 4. So we write it here 4 and y cubed is y. So it's like 4y times 4y times 4y. We got 4y here and the remain is 16. 4 times 4, that means 16. Y times y, that's y squared. And as the sign here positive, adding, here will be adding, same. Here, opposite, subtracting. And this always plus. Now the middle term here will be multiplying those together, which will be 4xy. These direct examples on factoring of difference between two squares or 2 cubed or adding 2 cubed. Okay, we'll continue in next video the revision for the factoring. Thank you.